guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Krista. I am 22 years old and I live in Minnesota. I am married. My husband's name is Corey, and together we have a 2-year-old son, and his name is Camden. And we are currently also expecting another child in February 2020. So we are very excited for that. This is kind of my very first time starting a YouTube channel. I have always thought about starting one since I was in high school, and I just never did until now. I've always loved editing and making videos for birthdays and graduations and stuff like that. And I even did a little bit of it in high school, which I actually really enjoyed. So I guess I'm just starting one now because why not? But I had posted to my Instagram a couple days ago asking what kind of videos you guys wanted me to make for my first initial video on this channel. And I was actually really surprised at how many of you guys answered, and you guys said you guys wanted Q&A. So that's exactly what this video is going to be. And I was just completely blown away with how many questions that I actually got. I actually wasn't very prepared for that. I really didn't think I'd get too many, but I am super glad that I did. I keep looking down because I wrote some of them down on my notebook because I just had so many of them, and a lot of them were kind of repetitive. So I just figured writing them down would be easier. So when I'm looking down, that's actually what I'm looking at, is the questions. And if you guys happen to hear any screaming or the TV in the background, it's just my son. He's in the living room watching his Sammy the Turtle movie that he loves. So he might pop in here too every once in a while, so you might even get to see him in this video. But I guess to start off, I'll just read the questions and I'll answer them. The one, though, that I really got a lot of was, how many siblings do you have? So I have 3 biological siblings. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. 2 of them are technically my half siblings, but that doesn't really matter to me. They're still my brother or sister. I have an older brother. His name is Brian. And my other 2 younger siblings, my brother's name is Jesse and my sister's name is Madison. My parents got divorced when I was fairly little. So my sister has always lived with my dad. So I didn't really get to see her all that much, but she never really lived with us. So I basically grew up with my 2 brothers on my mom's side. My younger brother, he actually has a different dad than me too, so that's why he's technically my half brother. But like I said, that stuff doesn't really, he's my brother. And I have a stepbrother too. His name is Dakota, and he lives all the way in Iowa. But like the same thing for him, I still consider him my brother just because that's just who he is to me. And but to answer that question, I technically have 3 biological siblings, but I consider a lot of people my family. So yeah. Another one that I got asked was, how many kids do you have? Which I already answered. I have 1 son, he's a 2-year-old, and then 1 on the way. Another one I got asked was, is Camden going to be in your videos? And he will be in my videos. I don't know how much, but he probably will be in them, and so will Corey. I don't know how much either because he works a lot, so it might not be all the time, but him and Camden will both be in some of my videos. Another one that I had got asked was, what is the best thing about being a mom? There's so many great things about being a mom that it's hard to just pick just one thing. And I really don't know how to answer that, just because there's just so many great things about being a mom that you can't really pick just one. Someone else had asked me, what kind of advice would you give first-time mothers? The type of advice I would give first-time mothers is, don't stress about everything. I am a stressor, and just breathe, because you're gonna be new at it. You've never been a mother before, and you just gotta remind yourself a lot that you're doing the best that you can. And that's really all you really can do as a parent, is do the best that you can for yourself and your children. And that your kids are going to be like the greatest blessing in your life. So that would probably be my advice for first-time mothers. And I had Camden pretty fairly young too. I was, I believe, 19 when I had him. So I got told that advice when I was pregnant with him, and it really does help a lot to just always remember to remind yourself that you're doing a great job, even if you don't feel like you are. Because parenting can be stressful, especially when they get to be in their toddler years and the terrible twos start. But you just gotta remind yourself you're doing the best you can, and you'll get the hang of being a mom. There is no right or wrong way to be a mom. So, are you going to film your gender reveal for your channel? Yes. We are going to film our gender reveal for this channel, because I really regretted not doing anything like that when I was pregnant with Camden. I really wish I would have. So this time I am going to make sure that I do document everything I can about this pregnancy, just because I like to have the memories of it. So yeah, we will be recording our gender reveal. Who has changed more diapers, you or Corey? That would probably be me, just for the fact that Corey does work a lot, and he does work long hours. So I guess since Ken was born, I had him home with me the majority of the time. So probably me, I would have to say, and I don't think Corey would disagree either. What made you want to start YouTube? Was another one that I got fairly amount of questions on. Like I said, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I guess I just, growing up in high school and stuff, I was so worried about other people's opinions of me, or they'd look at me weird, or that I was different. And growing up, I never really liked having people's opinions about me be bad or weird, so I never really pursued it. But I guess now I just kind of think I don't really care what anyone has to say, because I love to do this kind of stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do, is what I love to do. So yeah. How old were you when you had Camden? I think I already answered that one. I was 19 when I had Camden, so I was kind of young. Was Camden a planned pregnancy? Sorry if that sounds bad. Camden, me and his dad, we did talk about it, because I already knew what I wanted when I was out of high school, and I already knew I wanted a family and I wanted kids. So, yeah, Camden was pretty planned. And so was this one. So, I knew what I was doing, what I was signing up for, being a mother. And I've always wanted kids. So, that's what we did. We both really wanted a kid. So, yeah, Camden was pretty much planned. How long have you and Corey known each other? Well, we grew up in a small town. So, it's a freaking fly. I've known Corey personally since I was in about 5th or 6th grade. So I've known him for about a good probably 11, 12 years. Me and him didn't officially start dating until October 28th of 2015. That's the year that I graduated. High school was in 2015. But I have known him, I grew up with him as a kid, so he was one of my best friends growing up. Do you miss high school? I wouldn't necessarily say I miss high school, but I definitely miss all my friends from high school. I miss being able to do the things that you could when your friends were all around in high school and going to football games. I think I miss more of the events and the dances and the games and things that came along with high school, because I don't really miss doing homework or having to get up super early to go to school. But I think I mainly miss my friends that I had in high school and just the events that you got to go to. And it was a good time in our lives to grow up with all the people that we did. And I am still friends with the friends I had in high school. It's just we don't get to hang out as much as we used to. So that part I do miss from high school was how much you actually got to see all of your friends. Do you and Corey want to buy a house? Was another one that I got asked a lot of. Yes, me and Corey want to buy a house eventually sometime in the future. Now is not the right time for us, but eventually, yes, we do. Our next goal is to buy a house together so we can have our permanent home where our kids will grow up and everything. Another one I also got a lot of questions on, which was, do you think Camden will adjust well to having a baby around? Camden loves kids and he loves babies, but I do worry a little bit about how he'll adjust to it. But I don't think we'll have too many problems just because, like I said, he's a great kid and he loves kids and he loves to help. So I think he'll adjust pretty well as long as he still feels included and like he's loved and all of that stuff. How often will we be posting on YouTube? My plan is to be posting every Wednesday. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Because I don't know how often I'm going to get to do this because I work too. I work a part-time job also. But for now, I'm going to be posting every Wednesday. So the last question that I have on my list is what's the best advice you got while you were pregnant with Camden? And like I said, I think the best advice I got was to just always tell yourself you're doing a great job, because you really are. And also to never let other people's opinions about you and your kids get in the way of how you feel as a parent, as a mother, as a father, as anyone. Just because you're their parent and your kids will love you no matter what. And Corey just got home from work, so he's looking at me through the window. Sorry. Corey was waving at me through the window. But that's the last of the questions that I got Sorry, my son's in here watching YouTube. But that's the last of the questions that I had got that I answered. So make sure that you click the like button, like and subscribe, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you get notified every time I post. And we will see you later.